Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be geared towards the female survivors of narcissistic abuse. And this is just something that I've observed time after time after time in the very many people that I've spoken to. And even in my own case, I could see this playing out in myself in the past, of course. Not anymore. But it's really important moving forward. If you have been subjected to narcissistic abuse in your romantic relationship, meaning you've gotten with this male narcissist, and yes, I'm talking about the heterosexuals because I'm talking about the males, these lower range narcissists who we come across, and when we meet them, their lives are in shambles, and we're these givers. We want to dust people off and try to help lift them up in life, even at the expense of pulling ourselves down, because they're drowning in the sea. And we all know people that when they're drowning, they're going to be pulling for anything that they can. And then you're drowning with them all of a sudden. But, that's a whole nother topic. This video, I want to talk about your masculine energy. We all have feminine and masculine energy inside of us. Even men have feminine and masculine energy inside of them. That narcissist, obviously, they're radiating more of their feminine energy because they want to be taken care of. And then that woman that gets with the narcissist is radiating or pushing out more of her masculine energy, which is attracting these takers and people that want to be taken care of. I mean, there's lots of reasons that we're going to attract takers. First of all, they want to come around people they deem or perceive to be successful, because if they see in that sense, you have something to offer them, okay, financially. But there's a difference between a financially successful woman that's letting her feminine side override her, as opposed to a financially successful or a woman that's independent, maybe have something to offer, or that's willing to sacrifice what she does have or doesn't really have to offer because her masculine energy is stepping in. Because what are men naturally prone to want to do with their testosterone and their masculine energy? Protect and provide. So if you're radiating your masculine energy and letting it overcome your feminine aspects, what are you going to end up doing in your relationships? You're going to end up taking the quote unquote male role. And I know that we're in 2018 and some women are okay with the stay-at-home dads. Some women are okay with taking care of men. But this is about more so the narcissistic men who are preying on this trait in you, if that's the case. It is not my way of life. It is not what I would tell my daughters to do. And it's not what I suggest to survivors and other women. My suggestion is to step into your femininity. My suggestion is to embrace being taken care of, embrace letting a man do for you, embrace being the receiver, embrace being a woman. That is my suggestions. That will always be what I will tell you to do. Okay? But you guys are adults, of course, and you're going to figure out what you want to do for yourself. And I understand that. All I do on my channel is I toss out the information and you can take from it what you can. But, minimally in this situation, you will reflect on your masculine energy that you project to the world. And it doesn't matter how feminine you dress, how soft your voice is. I'm talking about your actions and your mentality more than anything right now. Because that's what's going to that's what's going to give the narcissist what they want when they're seeking the material and the money and the help. Okay? There were times in my life where I had too much sympathy for people, Even as a single mom myself, where I wasn't in a position to be looking out for these dudes, and I was still looking out for them. And they ended up being narcissists who didn't care, were never satisfied, and never worked out. I always got spit in my face. I had to learn the hard way with that, But I grew up without a mom, and no one ever showed me my self-worth. It's something I had to just develop and learn over time. It's something that I bestow on my children, of course, and my daughters and my sons. And I talk to them about gender roles. And my daughter, I tell her every trick in the game. I make sure I reinforce that. And as my other daughters grow up and when they get age appropriate, they're going to know better. They're going to know they're going to be way ahead of the game. I'm emptying out my brain in their minds now, and they're not even adults. So they're way ahead of the game, and they're going to be emotionally sound. And they're going to know what's the right way and the wrong way of doing things, or at least I would tell them what's to their benefit anyway. It'll be odd to them to meet a man that's going to be asking them to help pay his bills. She's going to automatically think, hey, you're out of line right now. You need to go get yourself together. A girl like me don't go for that. A man has to be able to be the head of my household. You can't even take care of yourself. What are you even doing trying to take on a relationship with me? My daughters, they're going to know these things, and it's going to be like breathing to them because that's how they were brought up, is what was drilled into their head. Nothing else is going to be acceptable or good enough to them, but some of us, all of us didn't have those mentors and that guidance. And, and we grew up in abusive households, and, our self-esteem's got dinged. So it's things that we have to recover from. All right. And it doesn't mean that a woman doesn't give. We do give in our own ways. We're nurturers more than not. But no, we weren't designed to be, heavily emasculated like we are in society nowadays. And sometimes it's not by choice. I'm a single mom with 6 kids, and, I have to provide for them and do for them. But I just do what I have to do. But it's not a masculine energy per se. It's just me doing what I have to do to survive. But it does not mean that I wouldn't marry a man. Of course, that could be the head of my household and just, be at home. It doesn't mean that I wouldn't do that. I totally would do that. I totally would do it. But it doesn't mean that I didn't have anything else going on in my life or anything to contribute. I have 2 college degrees. I always have stuff to fall back on. I'm very entrepreneur minded. I'm a writer. So I'm a counselor. It's so many things that I do, But the whole thing is, I really just want you to check your masculine energy because, I read a post, and I always see these posts on Facebook, and I talk to women, and these are survivors of narcissistic abuse, and they're all just so strong, and I understand the strength, but it's like, I don't need a man to do anything for me. And this is the masculine energy that is attracting these weak men. God made male and female. And, it's okay. It's okay to allow a man to be a protector and a provider. It's okay to let him pay your bills. It's okay to let him open your doors and pay for. You should not ever be paying for a first date. Ever. Ever. Does it ever mean that you could never take your husband out or treat him to something nice? No. But if a man is courting you and dating you, he should be paying for that. Not you. But that masculine energy will make it feel okay for you to do these things. And this is what sets us up to be getting less than. Okay, that's what sets us up to be getting less than. So I just want you guys to begin to just think about your masculine energy. And you might say, I'm cool with this, Lakia. This is the way I want to be. I'm fine with it. And I don't want to put my trust in no man to do this and that. And Okay, I hear you. And to each his own, but just understand how that can manifest in your waking life and the type of people that you attract into your life. Okay? So, just be careful of that. Stay the way you want to stay, but just be mindful of, like I said, the kind of people that it can attract into your life being that way. All right. All right, guys.